power play chance in this scoreless first period. Daly was Lafleur's victim on the play.
And we have Boudria at center, Lever on the left wing on the right side, Rochefort, Daly, and Kearns on the point. Now it's Kearns getting it into Boudria. Over on this side to Daly, closing in for the shot, and it's grabbed with Dryden holding on.
Canadians have done well killing penalties in this series. The Canucks have had 15 power play chances. They have not scored. There's Ken Lockett, the backup goaltender for the Canucks. Montreal, on the other hand, 3 power play goals in the series on 16 chances going into tonight's game.
Now Lever is back at the point. The defenseman Daly moves up on the left side. Daly had his finest game of the series here in Montreal a week ago when Vancouver won 2-1. Now Kearns firing it back in. There's Don Orey from the corner to Peter Mahovlich, and he slaps it to the Vancouver line. Minute and 35 seconds left in the penalty. Vancouver with Rochefort turning at center. Now the pass to Daly. Daly to Boudria. In goes Lever. Back to Daly. Daly against Peter Mahovlich, and he golfed it out over the line. Here's Wilson across the line. Wilson going in, firing a hard one. And that gave Smith some problems, but he held on. Wilson has that great speed, and he faded over to his left. Let it go.
Well, he changed gears as he hit the defense, and it was a good example of a wrist shot. He almost caught Smith going the other way, but Gary recovered in time and made the grab. But a good move by Murray Wilson. 1:17 remaining in the Montreal penalty to Guy Lafleur. Dennis Verbergaard not in uniform tonight for Vancouver. He's still injured. Ab DeMarco also not playing. For the Canadian, Steve Shutt, who did play on Saturday night briefly, is again numbered among the missing. They have Greg Hubick, a rookie from the Voyageurs, number 15 on the bench.
Artleson is on, along with Gould on the power play now for Vancouver. Robitaille, he has that great right point shot. He starts out, clears it ahead to Bordelot. Bordelot steps in over the line, gives it to Artleson. There's the shot. He scores!
Well, that's the first power play goal in the series for the Canucks. And it's their first goal on Ken Dryden after 122 minutes and 17 seconds of play, going back to the first period of Game 3 in Vancouver. And it was the shot from Oddlifson, and Gould, cutting in front of Dryden, deflected it between his legs. The Canucks threw the puck around well. Oddlifson took a look, picked his spot, let Orey make a move, and Gould played it perfectly from in front of Dryden. The power play goal, and the Canucks lead 1-0.
So Gould. Here's Lemaire cutting in on goal. There's the penalty coming up.
Shot seemed to
The referee is indicating that he has had enough. And now we have Robitaille coming to the Vancouver bench. Face off to the left of Gary Smith. Vancouver leading Montreal 1-0. Mahovlich centers it. Robinson shoots it at him. By Smith. Murray on the board. Lafleur trying to get it loose. It's loose and clear to the right side of Rochefort. He couldn't come up with it. Now Grisdale. To Rochefort, ahead on the left side. Monahan. Lafleur handing it off to Gainey with Peter Mahovlich. Peter Mahovlich to Gainey, going into Mahovlich. He scores!
That's a textbook play, a 2-on-1 break. Watch it. Gainey and Mahovlich. It goes from Gainey to Big Peter. Grisdale, the lone man, back. And on the return pass, Gainey has Grisdale and goaltender Smith well out of position, especially Smith. And Pete Mahovlich had nothing to do but put it into the empty net to tie the game. The first pass, the return pass, very alert play by Gainey. And Smith and Grisdale really mesmerized by the play, as the Canucks were caught with just one man back. And Lafleur also earns an assist.
4 minutes and 13 seconds have gone by. Second period. Mahovlich scoring in this period for Montreal. Gould in the first period for Vancouver. That represents the scoring story. Head mounting the puck to Cournoyer, going to the goal. He scores!
Fergie pointed out at the top of the show, the improved play of Yvan Cournoyer has meant a lot to the Canadians in this series. And this is vintage Cournoyer. Murray Wilson sends him into the open. Wilson with a good heads-up, head-man pass, as Danny mentioned, and Cournoyer flying is in back of the defense. Draws Smith well out of position, and from a fairly sharp angle as he swung around the Vancouver goaltender, he finds the corner. So the Canadians, on goals by Mahovlich and now Cournoyer, have taken a 2-1 lead.
Set Murray Wilson, aging numéro 25, Jacques Lemaire. À 4 minutes 21 secondes. Canadian goal scored by number 12, Yvan Cournoyer. Assist number 17, Murray Wilson. And number 25, Jacques Lemaire. At 4 minutes, 21 seconds.
So a penalty now coming up against the Montreal Canadiens. And Don Orey is going to the penalty box. And here's a big opportunity now for Vancouver to utilize their power play in the all-out effort to get the tying goal. There you see, Dick, your Cournoyer goal.
À 40 secondes. Canadians penalty number 24, Don Orey. 2 minutes for tripping. At 4 minutes, 40 seconds.
It's Boudreau, Lalonde, O'Flaherty, Kearns, and Daly for Vancouver. Daly couldn't hold it in. It's swept away from him by Savard. Montreal with Savard, Roberts, Robinson, and Lapointe. Now Vancouver starting out. O'Flaherty feeds it to Daly in on the right side. Daly trying to get it in there. Now it comes in front. Canadians fail to clear it. Here's Kearns taking a shot. And that changed direction and went wide. Daly took a shot off Savard's stick, and it's over the glass.
Don Orey in the penalty box with a minute 28 to serve. And the Canucks, whose only goal in the hockey game came on a power play, have another man advantage situation in their favor. We mentioned that was the first power play goal of the series for Vancouver, the one scored by Gould. Danny Savard has done a fine job killing penalties for Montreal. He's out there up front with Jimmy Roberts.
A minute and 28 seconds left in the penalty. 14:48 to play in the second period. Now it's Daly from the line, giving it to Kearns. He gets it into Bordelot. Back to Kearns. Kearns over to Daly on the right side. A high shot. Dryden gets a whistle after catching it.
Those scoring plays for the Canadians. Mahovlich, his second of the series from Gainey and Lafleur at 1:40, and then Cournoyer, his third from Wilson and Lemaire at 4:21. And with that goal, Yvan Cournoyer now has 52 playoff goals. He is seventh in the all-time goal list for Stanley Cup competition. He has moved ahead of his one-time line mate, Frank Mahovlich, who had 51.
Now we have Lever on with Odlefson and Bordelot. Robitaille takes a shot, knocked down by Lapointe, and he cleared it down the ice. Vancouver. Odlefson clearing it on the left side. Up to center to pick it up is Gould. Gould across the line. Still with it. Drops it back to Robitaille, and he whistles his shot. They score! Bordelot! Robitaille, Dick got that great point shot away, as we mentioned earlier in the game. He has it. And the rebound was left there for Bordelot.
Well, the Canucks have now scored 2 power play goals tonight after going through the first 4 games without any. There is the shot, the rebound, and all alone at the side of the net is Bordelot, who scored the first Vancouver goal in this series, and we have a tie hockey game at 2-2. Good shot by Robitaille with Lever out in front of Dryden, and he seems to kick it over to Bordelot, who scores the goal. So we're right back at a deadlock, 2-2.
Bordelot, avec l'aide du numéro 9, Don Lever, et du numéro 2, Michel Robitaille, à 5 minutes 45 secondes. Vancouver goal scored by number 15, Paulin Bordelot, assist number 9, Don Lever, and number 2, Michel Robitaille, at 5 minutes 45 seconds.
5:45, the time of the tying goal. Robitaille ripped that shot again, but that was from center. Now then, Roberts. from the corner. Up on the left side to Gainey. Gainey across the line. The low shot blocked by Smith. Pratt clearing it. It goes finally to Lever. Robitaille back. He missed Lever with it. Then Lever in his. Pick it up. Makes the shot off Dryden. And apparently his stick made contact with the puck while it was above the shoulder, and that's the reason why they're going to face off with the right of Dryden. 13:33 left in the period.
Dryden's stick made contact. Well, Leon Rochefort and the Canucks certainly didn't fire and then fall back after those two quick goals for the Canadians, and they've tied the game.
Now Rochefort, fanned on a golf effort. He gets it back. Pratt to Robitaille. Now it's picked up by Gainey. Here's Gainey into the corner, going after it again behind the net to Lafleur. Back it goes to Don Ormsby. 12:51 left, the period number 2, and each team with 2 goals. Risebrough at center, Tremblay and Lambert on the wing. Odlifson has Gould and Settlebar with him. Now is Risebrough coming down at center, playing it ahead. Daly coming down to the line, winds up the shot wide. And that's Lambert in there against Gould. Gould would like to get a whistle here for a face-off in Canadian zone. He accomplishes that.
It's a fellow, Danny, who has gained a lot of respect with his play in this series, Chris Odlifson. Under a handicap, of course, wearing the face mask. But he's performed very well in every game.
It's been a year punctuated with injuries for Odlifson, but he has performed, as Dick has mentioned, not only well in the playoffs throughout the entire year. Number 14 for Vancouver. There's Gould over in the corner, playing it behind the net. Kearns back into Daly. Up it goes. Gould missed Odlifson with it. Now it's the point. Flicking a long shot. Gould. Pass goes to the left side. Settlebauer is going after it over the line. He goes sprawling. Tremblay to Risebrough. It's brought in by Kearns offside. Face off at the Canadians line.
Bit of inexperience costing the Canucks right there. Settlebauer with the break down the left side. Odlifson was all alone, heading up the center ice slot. Settlebauer either didn't see him or just couldn't get the puck over to him. Odlifson would have had a clear break.
Boudria, O'Flaherty, and Lalonde, the attacking line now for the Canucks. Robinson ahead to Wilson. He just failed to control it to get a clear break in there, offside. Anything later on the out-of-town games, Dick?
Still 3-1 Islanders over the Penguins, and 2-1 the Sabres leading the Blackhawks.
Now Daly swings the pass, and Kearns has it. Returns it, and Daly couldn't get it. Wilson to Lemaire, and he fired it in. In there goes Kearns. After being out since February, Kearns came back in the second game of the playoffs, and he's played very well. Now the Canadians coming in. Here's Cournoyer. Cournoyer still with it. Feeds it behind the net to Lemaire. Back to Robinson. A weak shot. And the Canucks start out, and that pass went off Boudria. Savard working his way to the Vancouver line. He's over the line with Wilson. Now it goes to Cournoyer. He couldn't reach it. Savard has it knocked away. The Canucks, O'Flaherty to Boudria. Boudria over the line. And Robinson fired it to the other side. There's Lalonde getting set. Gives it to Boudria. Back to Lalonde going in. And an enormous save there by Dryden. Lalonde and Boudria combining. Face off to the left of Dryden. That's Lever, number 9, against Mahavlich. We have Pratt and Robitaille up on the points for Vancouver. Now it comes back near the line. Lafleur out quickly with Gainey. Lafleur shooting it in. There's Gainey speeding around the net. Back to the point of Roberts. His shot is knocked down by Rochefort. Ahead it goes to Lever over the line. Roberts took Lever out of the play, and Gainey wheels back with Lafleur and Mahovlich. Mahovlich over the line, and the shot went off Pratt. Robitaille off the right wing board. Lafleur coming back for the Canadians, doing some neat stick handling. Lafleur shooting it wide. Now then Gainey chopped at it and missed. Back at the point, Donnery is shot right on, and Smith very, very sharp on that partially screen shot by Donnery. Rochefort into the center ice area, coming down into Canadian territory. There's a pass goes off Lafleur's stick. Pratt cleared it in. Canadians. Roberts knocks it out. Here's Robitaille. Shooting it to the corner. Boudria number 7 after Roberts. Boudria gets it clear, gives it to O'Flaherty. He takes the low shot wide. Here's Kearns going in, and he fired it wide. Some pressure here by Vancouver. Boudria getting set. They score!
Well, I'll tell you, the Canucks did something there that they have prevented the Canadians from doing, and that's put some sustained pressure on around the other team's net. And I think it was Andre Boudria who got the goal. It came through the proverbial maze out in front, caromed in off Dryden. And the Canucks have battled back after being beaten for 2 quick goals early in this period, have now taken a 3-2 lead. But the Canucks, for the last several minutes, have been intercepting passes. They have been beating the Canadians to the puck. And it picked
at the other side. Kearns took a shot, deflected out by Robinson. Now Boudria hit Lalonde. Cournoyer coming into the center ice area. Wilson up on the left side. Wilson going in on goal, and Daly is going to get a penalty for hooking. Number 3, Daly hooked Wilson. Wilson trying to burst in there to utilize that great speed of his, and now Wilson saying something to Boudria.
nothing comes of that. And Murray Wilson, the second time in the game that he has drawn a penalty in this fashion. So the Canadians, who are off to a fast start in this third period, now get a chance at a power play.
Number 3, Bob Daly, 2 minutes for hooking at 1 minute 2 seconds.
1:02 the time of the hooking penalty. Murray in the penalty box for Vancouver. Risebrough for Montreal. They're sitting out their majors, which occurred late in the second period.
Now it's O'Flaherty clearing it down on the left side. Risebrough and Murray are still out of circulation there in the penalty box, working on their majors. Now it's Lafleur with Peter Mahovlich and Lambert. Mahovlich over the line, back to Lafleur, and he rips a shot right in there on Smith. And that shook him up a bit. I think he took it on the left gloved hand.
And Lloyd McDonald, the foreign organist, plays the sting. That one stung, to be sure. Well, Danny, you mentioned about the question marks involved in playoff travel. We've just been advised that should Montreal win this game tonight, they would then play Buffalo, but that series would not start in Buffalo until Sunday, and not on Thursday, as was originally thought, should that come about.
As a result of the games tonight, both 67 teams have won 12 and lost 7. They have the edge on the old teams in the playoffs so far. Here's Lambert working from the corner. Lambert is going to get in front. He shoots it. Smith out there. And Smith is very alert, Dick, to get out always, to cut down the angles.
It's one of the few times tonight that a member of the Canadians found himself with some skating room to manipulate in that fashion close to the Vancouver net. But Smith made the save. 1:26 left in the Canucks penalty to Daly.
Vancouver leading 3-2. There's Lambert chasing it to the other side. Ripped it back to the point, and it's Lapointe with it. Here's Lapointe into Peter Mahovlich. Mahovlich, back it goes to Lapointe over on this side to Lemaire. There's the shot. It's blocked. Lemaire getting it over to Lapointe. Lapointe backhands it in there, and it's cleared out over the line by Pratt. Now we have less than a minute to go in the penalty, 58 seconds to be exact, and there's an offside called against Montreal, so the face-off will go back inside their line.
Daly with 56 seconds remaining in his hooking penalty. Yvon Lambert in some difficulty as he hobbles to the Canadiens bench and now is being assisted out into the hallway and possibly into the dressing room. And he seems to be in some pain. His left leg would seem to be the problem.
Oddlifson is at center. Gould on one wing. They're the penalty killers up front. Canadians to the attack. 45 seconds left in the penalty. Over the line it goes, and there's an offside. And again, Canadians having their difficulty, as they have had for some time, in getting a fluid flow in their power play.
Well, the first minute of this one, Danny, was possibly the best minute they've enjoyed for a while. There you see the shot down in the corridor with Lambert trying to walk it off under the watchful eye of trainer Bob Williams.
But when a team does not do well on the power play, you have to look at it positively and give the credit where it should go to the opposition. Now here's Lafleur coming down. He shoots it into the corner. Oddlifson scooped it behind the net. Here's Cournoyer back to the point over on this side. Lemaire, he has it. Back to Lapointe. Lapointe winds up for the shot. That goes off Pratt's stick. Cournoyer and Pratt and Lafleur in the corner. And it's gloved. There's a gloved pass. And that's the reason why they whistle it down with just 11 seconds left now on the penalty to Daly.
Tracy Pratt missed only one game during the regular season, played in 79 of the 80, yet in this series he has been forced to miss 2 because of injury. He, of course, has had previous playoff experience with both Pittsburgh and Buffalo. And he's just getting a new stick, 11 seconds left. As the Canadians hope to keep the pressure on Tracy and his buddies inside that line for one last gasp here on this power play. Oh, now Tracy ends up on the bench. Okay.
So here we are now for the face-off. Oddlifson against Mahovlich. It goes around the net from Oddlifson. Murray trying to golf it out. Here's Grisdale behind the net. They fight for it. It comes in front. They're slow to clear it, and finally Grisdale cleared it out. And Daly is back on. Puck bouncing to the Canadiens' line. Savard handing it off to Robinson, ahead to Peter Mahovlich, working in on the left side. Here's Mahovlich, spun around, a penalty. Coming up to Murray for hooking. Murray argues that rather strenuously.
With 16:41 remaining in the third period, the score, the Vancouver Canucks 3, the Montreal Canadiens 2. Following Daly's penalty, the Canucks find themselves down 1 again. Bob Murray, call for hooking on Pete Mahovlich.
So Canadiens again with the advantage. Back it goes to Savard at the point. There's the shot. It's wide. Lafleur on the boards against Monahan. Tracy Pratt takes his time. He lugs it out to the line and then shoots it down the ice. Defending for Vancouver, Oddlifson. Monahan. Now Gould is out there. Robitaille and Pratt. Here's Peter Mahovlich hitting that line, and he couldn't get by Robitaille. To the other side. Here's Savard. Savard getting set. The pass goes to Lapointe. He goes sprawling. Now Lapointe has it over. It comes. It's intercepted. Vancouver fails to clear it out. Here's Lafleur going after it. Lafleur working it back near the line. Lafleur still with it. Lapointe off the boards, getting set from the corner. He's spun around by Oddlifson, and it's cleared down the ice by Pratt. Some of the fans beginning to throw programs on the ice. Here come the Canadiens to the line. In goes Lambert. He shoots, and a tremendous save by Smith and Lambert. Right in front of shot by Savard, and he fired it wide. It's cleared out over the line on a deflection on the Lafleur pass. Oh, what a chance Lambert had. Canadiens clearing it in there. Here's Pratt in behind the net. Pratt takes his time, goes to the corner, failed to clear it out. Lapointe into Cournoyer. He centered it. Now Pratt fanned on it. Pratt gets it again, and he clears it down on the left side. There are 15 seconds left in the penalty, and the Canadians led by Savard. Into the line. It stopped there. Lafleur gets it into the corner for Cournoyer. Now there's Monahan with it. Monahan takes his time, comes out on the left wing. Goes to center. Flicked it in there. And the penalty to Murray has expired. Dryden out of the net. It's Wilson trying to shake off Rochefort. He can't. O'Flaherty gets it back to the line to Daly. There's the shot. They score! I believe O'Flaherty tipped it in, and Vancouver leading 4-2.
The Canucks weathered a tremendous storm and then come back to score one of their own to move ahead by 2. Good move by Daly to keep it inside the blue line, and it banked off, I think, Savard's skate, possibly the Canuck, who was tied up in front, in off Dryden, and it's 4-2 Vancouver, and Phil Maloney reacts accordingly. Danny, the Canadians had that pressure on, the Canucks withstood it, and there is the dead silence that is in the area of the Montreal bench. That's not a still picture, friends. That's the Canadians. There is the shot. As it caroms in, it caught Dryden on that left leg. We'll wait for the official call. It's a tough one to call.
Here's the announcement.
Daly, avec l'aide du numéro
Daly gets it. Here come the Canadians. Lemaire down fast, in on the right side. Set it to Brady in front. Oh! A tremendous save again by Smith on Wilson.
Danny Murray Wilson had his stick up in the air. I think he thought it was in the net. Take a look at it here on the deflection by Murray Wilson after Lemaire hopped around the defense. Watch Wilson's stick. He thought it's in. Look at that. Hey, not quite, Murray. Smith's got the puck.
Gary Smith has come up with 2 splendid saves, particularly on Lambert and Wilson. Vancouver leading 4-2. And they're going to face off again. 14:08 left in the third period.
Scoring play, Daly from O'Flaherty at 5:36.
Curran shoots it off the left wing boards. Robinson is back for it for Montreal. Gives it to Bouchard. Bouchard ahead. Broken up by Curran. Canadians back into their own zone, and number 20, Lalonde, is forechecking. He's on there with Boudria and O'Flaherty, and Cournoyer starts down on the right side. Cournoyer trying to clear it across the line. It's offside. Bouchard picking it up inside the line with Wilson offside.
This game is coming to you from the Forum in Montreal.
13 minutes and 42 seconds left in the third period, and Vancouver leading 4-2. Turning in a tremendous performance here as they face elimination. Now it's broken up by Odlifson, and he whipped a hard shot to the outside of the post. Vancouver up there forechecking. The Canadians starting out. They clear it to the right side. Grisdale played it up. Now Roberts coming in. Roberts couldn't get the shot away. He centered it. And Settlebauer gobbled it up. Then he ran into Sather. They both went down. Now Risebrough turning on the left side. In for Sather. Now it's Roberts going after it. Roberts trying to center it. Back to the point. And Lapointe couldn't keep it in. Don Orey at his own line. Ahead it goes to Sather on the left side. Risebrough. And Murray fights for it, and it's over the glass.
And Sather, I think, making his first appearance of the game. Sather, Risebrough, and Roberts, a new threesome. There's John Gould, who has played an excellent game here tonight. Scored the first Vancouver goal, has been a factor all evening. Goes to the bench for a well-deserved rest. 12:53. Time becomes a factor here, and the Canucks lead by 2. Ron Andrews tells me Sather was on once earlier briefly to kill a penalty.
Bob Gainey shooting it in. Robitaille clearing it up for Monahan. Monahan gives it to Lever. Lever with Rochefort. Rochefort in it goes to Lever. Here's Lever from the corner getting set to center it. In it goes Monahan. Monahan again a shot. And Dryden kicked it out on the short side. Peter Mahovlich over for Robinson. Robinson gives it to Gainey. Gainey back to Robinson. And it rolls into the center ice area. Robinson to Lafleur to Gainey. There's a shot. This time it was Pratt clearing it out. Robinson again trying. Canucks staying right on top of the Canadians. There's the back pass to Bard over to Peter Mahovlich. Here's Mahovlich going in the goal. He scores!
Only two players in this game have ever scored in sudden death overtime. Jacques Lemaire has 2 goals, and Larry Robinson has 1.
Vancouver, everybody up for the face-off. On the face-off, Lever is trying to get it loose. Peter Mahovlich is tying it up along with Guy Lapointe. So again, they'll get a face-off to the right of Dryden. They've played exactly 14 seconds, so the record for the quickest goal in overtime is not in jeopardy here tonight. From the face-off, Lapointe sweeps it to the right side. Back at the point, Lever trying to keep it in. Now then Lapointe clearing it into Vancouver territory. In there goes Daly. He cleared it back to the point. Savard winds up for a shot, and a low drive was wide. Into the center ice area. Lapointe ahead it goes to Gainey. He hopped in on that left wing. In there goes Mahovlich, but it's cleared by Lever to Rochefort. Rochefort for Vancouver. Shooting it down the ice to the other side. Lafleur is after it. He couldn't get it. There's a shot by Lever, and he ripped that one high and wide. Daly shooting it. And it changed direction, came off the board. And Dryden alertly held on.
Does it go for Buffalo?
Boudria and Lemaire on the face-off. Bobby Lalonde is in there trying to get it. He gets it around the net. He sent it right in front. And lunging out there to grab it.
Well, you got to ask yourself, who's got the playoff overtime experience right now? The Canucks are right off the face-off. Moved the puck down in around Dryden, and they have been there pretty well ever since.
I think in the last 2 games, Bobby Lalonde has been more dangerous than at any other time I've ever seen him play. He's number 20 out there with Boudria. Now here's Wilson up on the left side. He hits the Vancouver line trying to get through there. Lalonde has it. He took it away, got away from the point, cleared it to the other side. Boudria hands it off to Lalonde. He's down on that left wing. Here's Lalonde clearing it in behind the net for Boudria. Boudria falls. He stumbles, goes after it again, jammed in on the boards by Lemaire. It's kept in by Robitaille to O'Flaherty. Now it goes to Lalonde around the net and center right out in front of the net. Here's Tracy Pratt getting his shot, and he hit the point with it. The Canucks buzzing around the Canadians' goal. And we have played 1 minute and 52 seconds into the overtime.
Well, there's a fellow who's done a lot of the buzzing, Bobby Lalonde. That was a very bad pass by Jacques Lemaire, which kept the puck inside the Montreal line that time. Scotty Bowman makes a complete change, not surprisingly. And Maloney does the same and across the rink. This year, this is the 7th overtime game this year. 7th in 30 games. And there were 6 all of last year in the playoffs in 38 games.
Mahovlich got the draw. Goes to Savard. He cleared it to center. We have Rochefort with Lever and Monahan. Here's Lafleur, and it goes to Gainey, cutting in. He fired it to the short side. Now it goes to Peter Mahovlich. Bounces in. Another shot by Lafleur. How did that one stay out? Now it's off the board. Gainey going after it. Gainey over on the other side to Peter Mahovlich. A shot. He's high and wide. Now Vancouver is starting out. They cleared the center. And that was sustained pressure by the Canadians, their first real pressure in the overtime after Vancouver had done the pressing. Now it's back to Savard. Savard turning at the Montreal line down at center, still has it, clears it into Vancouver territory. In there goes Sather. Murray laying it ahead, it goes to center again, and it's Savard giving it to Don Orey. Orey snaps tapped a shot into the other side of Ricebrough. He's trying to center it. Now then, Monahan. Ahead to Odlifson. He's skated on the play by Roberts. Roberts over to Don Orey. Ahead it goes to Sather. He couldn't pick it up. Kearns cleared it, not out. Here's Don Orey getting set for the shot. A big save. Here's Ricebrough on the rebound. And he lost it. Daly ahead on the left wing. Settlebauer couldn't get it. Ricebrough with Gila Point. Over it goes to Sather. Sather over the line. It's intercepted. Here's Gould getting a breakdown on the left side. Shoots it. And Dryden got that one. Gould may have been able to get in a little closer. Daly cleared it away from the Sather and went over the glass.
Well, Glenn Sather coughed up the puck to John Gould. The two number 21s involved in that exchange. Gould never really got away all the way and had to shoot from far out. And Dryden handled it easily.
Face-off outside the Vancouver blue line. We have Boudria, Lalonde, and O'Flaherty for Vancouver. It's Lafleur, Lambert, and Tremblay for the Canadians. Now Pratt knocked it off the boards. Could be icing here. It is icing with Robinson back there to touch it for Montreal.
Scotty Bowman has been out playing that Lemaire line for the most part tonight.
From the face-off, Lambert couldn't get a shot. There's a backhand shot by Lafleur to the short side. Vancouver clearing it out, striding back after for Montreal is Robinson. Forechecking Boudria. Now Boudria steals it. He tried to pass it back to O'Flaherty. They jam in on the boards. Here's Boudria. Lafleur is after him. Bobby Lalonde centered it right in front. Here come the Canadians led by Tremblay and Lafleur. Down to the line. Tremblay trying to shake off Pratt. They bump in the corner. It's back to the point. Savard failed to hold it in. Savard turning on the right side. Tremblay repelled it across the line. Robitaille to the other side. We're nearing the 5th-minute mark into the first overtime period. The score is tied at 4. Lalonde shoots it in. Now Vancouver and Montreal making changes. Here's Lapointe. He's down at center, hits the Vancouver line, flipped it in there, races in after it. Smith clearing it for Monahan. He's against Tremblay. And they get a stoppage in play.
We had Mario Tremblay on the rush, but you'll see a rookie against an old pro down in the corner. Pratt takes him out, doesn't get all of them, and then Tremblay leaves the puck and goes after Pratt. Had he taken the check and maybe made a play, he might have been able to center it out in front.
16,461 and millions across the country. There's Cournoyer shooting it. And as we say, with this crowd here and the millions across the country, looking in on a rather titanic struggle between these two teams, Vancouver and Montreal. Vancouver, of course, knowing that they have to win this one to prolong the hockey season 1974-75. The Canadians need a victory in this one to move into the semifinals. So the face-off is outside the Vancouver line. Grisdale clearing it down on the right side. Guy Lapointe is back after it for Montreal. We have Cournoyer, Lemaire, and Wilson for Vancouver. Odlifson, Settlebauer, and Gould. Now it's Lemaire coming out. He fired it in there. Smith clearing it away from Cournoyer. Wilson getting it back to the point. Lapointe in for Cournoyer. Cournoyer centered it. And it went off Gould. Here's Lemaire centering it. It came to the side of the net. Grisdale and Cournoyer and Wilson fight for it. Now Settlebauer trying to get it. Canadians, Lapointe loses it. And back for it goes Don Orey. Forechecking is Settlebauer. Fine young rookie for Vancouver. The pass goes to Lemaire. He's taken up the play by Settlebauer. And it's scooped in by Don Orey. And again, we have changes while the play goes on. Off the board, Settlebauer at the line has it. He feeds it ahead. Odlifson couldn't get it. Now then, Savard to Robinson. Robinson down on the line, trying to get through there. Here's Robinson, the backhand shot. Big Smith was there and had that short side well covered. But that was a backhand shot that had something on it. Settlebauer goes to the line. Here's Cournoyer with Gainey. Over for Gainey. Gainey going into the corner against Daly. Daly plays it on the boards, picks it up himself, then he lost it to Gainey. Gainey into Peter Mahovlich, and he lost it off his stick. He intended to center it out to Lafleur. Daly was bumped by Gainey. Now Rochefort picking his way down to the line. There's the shot. And Dryden cleared it up on the left side. Here's Gainey. He fanned on the pass. Lever took him out of the play. Robinson taking the long shot, and that's Monahan in there for Vancouver. Monahan ahead to Rochefort to Lever. Lever cutting in on that left side, cutting in on goal! And he shot on the short side. He couldn't get in front. It went off Dryden over the glass.
Don Lever with another good scoring chance in the overtime. Danny, no matter what happens from here on in, you've got to give the Vancouver Canucks a lot of credit for making this the hockey game it has been. Here's a look at that Lever play. They came in here, they were down 3-1. They were playing the Canadians at the Forum. The Canadians with all of the experience, but fellas like Don Lever have hung in there, and they've done quite a job.
Well, I think that would be agreed unanimously that this Vancouver team has done just a tremendous job. And they're still very much alive. There's Lever along the board. Peter Mahovlich against Rochefort. Mahovlich plays it back into his own zone. 12 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first overtime. Lever stops Gainey. Now a pass picked off by Peter Mahovlich. He lost it to Lever. Lever playing on his knees, and he did a pretty good job of it. Lafleur lost it. Rochefort coming down. Here's Robitaille cutting it on the right side. Didn't get that good Robitaille shot away that time. Now Gainey on the left side to the Vancouver line with Lafleur. A traffic jam there, and Lalonde comes up with it. Here's Lalonde. Lapointe picks it up. Lapointe coming down. He waited for Gainey, but Gainey went to the Canadiens players bench. There's Lalonde on the other side. Tremblay going to the side of the net. Smith clearing it for Lalonde. Now Risebrough couldn't get it away from Lalonde, and it's down into Canadiens territory with Savard after it. Vancouver's turn now to make changes while the play goes on. There has been a fairly dearth of this period. Daly is hit there by Savard. Here's Risebrough coming down on the right side. Takes the shot, the rebound. And Boudrias cleared it out over the line. Now Robinson turns. Shoots it back in. The Canadians on the prowl. Risebrough and Tremblay. Tremblay missed it. Here's O'Flaherty clearing it out over the line. Lalonde couldn't get anywhere. Tremblay feeds it back in. That's Burns, number 6, giving it to Daly. Daly hit Lemaire with it. Lemaire over to Tremblay and Lambert. Neither one of them could get it. They fight for it in the corner, and Vancouver's Boudrias. His pass hit O'Flaherty. Guy Lapointe shooting it back in, and they're making changes rather quickly in this period. Again, Montreal changing. O'Flaherty ripped that long shot in. Dryden hands it off to Lapointe. Here's Lapointe ahead for Cournoyer. Cournoyer over the line, and his pass comes off the stick of Settlebauer back to center. Horry clearing it in. 9 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first overtime period. Vancouver. Murray coming out, jammed in on the boards and knocked down by Lemaire. Here's Gould over to Odlinson. Back it goes to Settlebauer. A shot, the rebound. Now here's Murray going in off the boards. Takes a shot. And he didn't miss by much on that far side. Here's Lemaire coming back in over the line. Cournoyer waiting for... Oh, Gainey missed an open net. With Smith over to the side. What a chance that was. Odlinson shooting it down the ice. Horry back there. And it's icing against Vancouver. Did he miss that completely, Dick?
We'll see it, I assume, later. This Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from the Forum in Montreal. That last chance in front of Gary Smith, the best scoring opportunity for either club. Cornway made the play. Murray Wilson comes in from the left side with Smith down and out. And Murray Wilson, look at that chance. He fired it behind Smith, but missed the net. And it's still 4-4.
So Wilson is talking to himself. He had the big one there. Now Rochefort clears it down to the Canadiens line, and that's Savard after it with 9:07 left in the first overtime period. Emma Havlich drills it into the corner. Here's Gainey racing in, takes the shot off Smith's stick. Now they fight for it in Vancouver territory. Monahan coming down on the right wing. He got an elbow from Gainey. It's back to center. Rochefort ran into Peter Mahavlich. Here's Savard up for Gainey, and that pass is too far, and Robitaille cleared it off. Lafleur to Robinson. Back it goes to Lafleur. Lafleur over the line. Here's Lafleur putting on the brake. Trying to center it. Puck is at the line. Robinson keeping it in, but it's out. And there's the offside. And the face-off will be at the Vancouver line. 8:25 left in the first overtime period.
And things pretty even in overtime. The Canadiens have outshot the Canucks 6-5. And this is now the longest overtime game of this playoff year. The previous long game was the L.A. at Toronto. Stoughton scoring at 10:19. And we've now played 11 minutes and 35 seconds here in this one. The shortest, though, there was a record. 11 seconds. Now we get Scotty Bowman up on the Canadiens bench arguing that the Canucks have made one too many line changes. This has been a hassle all night between Newell and the Vancouver bench, Maloney. I don't think Bowman's too happy with the way this one's turned out.
And now, apparently, everybody is satisfied, and the resumption of play finds Tremblay hitting a Flaherty, and then Lapointe ahead. Risebrow works into Vancouver territory. He tried to pass it in front, and a good defensive play by Daly, who blocked that pass from Risebrow. Horry clearing it in for Lambert. Lalonde feeds it around the net, and there's Tremblay with it, and he couldn't get it in front. Back it comes to Lapointe, back into the corner. It hopped over Tremblay's stick. Turns, gives it to Bobby Lalonde. It's blocked by Lambert. Lalonde working his way out. He struggles out there, gets it out to O'Flaherty. O'Flaherty over the line. Almost got through there. Now then Lapointe. Into the corner to Ore. Back to Guy Lapointe off his stick. Canadians having difficulty getting organized. Now they clear it out. Risebrow picks it up in over the line. Risebrow shoots it right in there. They bang away at it. And it ends up behind the net. Tremblay trying to center it. Here's Tremblay again. He hit the side of the net. Right out in front it comes. Lambert, a weak backhand shot. Now it's back at the point. The point clearing it in there, and it goes off Daly's glove. Daly clearing it out to Gould. He tipped it down the ice. Here's Settlebauer getting in there. And Lapointe recovered for the Canadiens. Risebrow up to Wilson. He missed it. Now Gould. He's at his own line. Cleared it ahead. Knocked down by Robinson. Robinson ahead to Wilson. Wilson at the line. Lemaire going after it, gives it to Wilson. There's the shot. And that hit somebody in front of the net. Daly for Vancouver. He lost it. It's recovered by Murray with Settlebauer into Canadian territory. Now it's back out over the line. Lalonde works to the right side. He's belted by Robinson, but it was offside.
Danny, that shot by Murray Wilson hit Evan Cornway. He's coasting now to the Canadiens bench. Little Bobby bounced right up after that shot from Big Larry at the Montreal blue line. The Canadiens had a pretty good chance with that Risebrow, Tremblay, Lambert line. Lambert here on a turnaround after Tremblay centers it out. but he misses the net on the play. He's pretty well tied up as Tremblay kept battling. Finally got the puck out in front. But it was no dice. Right here. And there, he didn't get good wood on the shot, and it missed on the back end.
Now Monahan clearing it to the corner in there, bumping with Savard. Lafleur flicked it to center. Grisdale handing it out. Murray stumbles. Mahovley's trying to get it loose, but Murray covers up against the boards just inside his line. 6:01 left in the first overtime. Each team with 4 goals.
The trend in recent years has been the short overtime. This is now the longest overtime game since May 4th.
Here's Robinson shooting it. And Smith was on that short side. Robinson keeping it back in for Gainey. To Robinson again, a shot that trickles in there. It didn't have too much on it, but it was right on the target. Back into the center ice area. Savard playing it ahead. Grisdale has it for Vancouver, coming in on the right side. It bounces into Dryden. Now then Savard. Peter Mahovlich has it, looks for it. Mahovlich coming down on the line. He's being checked by Lever, and it's picked up by Rochefort. Here's Gainey snapping a shot into the corner. Again, Montreal making changes. Lever takes his time, gives it to Grisdale over on this side. Monahan clears it in. Now the Canucks come out with fresh troops. They have Robitaille out there with O'Flaherty and Pratt, Boudria and Lalonde. Don Orey ahead it goes to Lemaire to Sather. Sather shovels a shot in, and it's behind the net where Pratt now gives it to Lalonde ahead to Boudria. Boudria gives it to Robitaille. He's into the center ice area. Shooting it in. The Canucks racing in after it. Lalonde is bodied by Sather. Lemaire has to contend now with Boudria, and it's kicked free by Sather, and it goes off to Don Orey. Orey again to Sather up on the left side. Robitaille broke that one up. In it comes. Sather took it from Robitaille, cleared it in to Lemaire offside.
Canadians have outshot the Canucks 10-6 so far. As I was saying before the play interrupted me a moment ago, but this is now the longest overtime game since Jim Pappen scored and Ken Dryden at 1:11 of the second overtime period, May 4th, 1971. That made it 21 minutes and 11 seconds of overtime. There has not been, strangely, Danny, there has not been an overtime game go past or go through the entire first extra period since that time, 4 years ago.
Well, in this day and age, when the accent is on offense and you have so many of these tremendous shooters from the blue line, it's not surprising that it doesn't go very far into the overtime, but this one is giving some indication that we might get right through the first overtime, but there are still 4 minutes and 11 seconds. The slap shot, we talked about that, and of course all the scrambles in front of the net. But let us hope in this one here that there will be an artistic touch to the end of it, and there will be a beautiful goal scored, regardless of who wins it. Because these two teams have put on a magnificent display here tonight. Here's Kearns. Backing into his own zone, gets it out to Monahan. Monahan with Wilson after him, and it's Lafleur in the center ice area. Back to his own line to get some skating room. He couldn't get by Monahan. Monahan has played a rather outstanding game out there tonight for Vancouver. Here's Rochefort coming in. He passes it back, and Lafleur comes up with it. Lafleur fanned on the pass. Then he got it to Wilson. Wilson is over the line. There's the shot. Oh, what a save. A splendid save on the short side by Smith. He had to move quickly. It was headed for the area between him and the post. Daly coming out. He lost it. Here's Lafleur playing it to the other side. Now Cournoyer coming in. Cournoyer shoots. Oh! That was probably the best save. Here's Cournoyer trying to dig it out. That was a booming blast by Cournoyer. Smith just got his glove on it. Now Cournoyer behind the net with Lafleur. Lafleur to Gainey. Back to Lafleur. Right in front. They score!
As the Canadians celebrate, a dejected Gary Smith finally makes it to his feet. And I think a dejected Dennis Kearns has left the ice, because I believe the replay of this goal is going to show that it was deflected into the Vancouver net by the defenseman Kearns. But the Canadians have eliminated the Vancouver Canucks. Well, here's the announcement.
12, Yvan Cournoyer.
Oh, they give it to Yvan Cournoyer.
Avec match numéro 10, Guy Lafleur. Et du numéro 23, Bob Gainey. À 17 minutes 6 secondes. Canadians goal scored by number 12, Yvan Cournoyer. Assist number 10, Guy Lafleur. And number 23, Bob Gainey. At 17 minutes 6 seconds.
17:06 of the overtime period, and the Roadrunner, Yvan Cournoyer. Now, wait a minute. He is saying that he didn't touch the puck. I'm sure of that. I'm sure of that, because it appeared from here, we haven't seen a replay of it yet, that it was deflected into the net before it got to where Cournoyer was positioned in front of the net. We'll wait and check it in a moment from the Forum in Montreal, the Stanley Cup playoffs. We're taking another look at it right here. And we'll take it, check it, and see if it goes in off Kearns. So it came from the corner. Now, a closer look, and we'll see. I don't know if we're going to swing the camera over in time to get it, but I don't think it gets to Cournoyer. It's in the net in any event. He skated to the announcer's bench and said something, so maybe he told them that he didn't score it. Well, there's the final score. A correction is coming now.
The goal, it was scored by number 10,
given to
Guy Lafleur.
From the...
Звенит в ушах лихая музыка атаки. Точней, отдай на клюшку пас, сильней удар.
Сильней удар. И все в порядке, если только на площадке. Великолепная пятерка и вратарь. Суровый бой ведет ледовая дружина. Мы верим мужеству отчаянных парней. В хоккей играют настоящие мужчины.